Lexus action for you there. Little bumper repair on the back. IS250 door. Just the door. Fender. Oh, and the front cover. There you go. That's what's going on. I pushed the record button. That's the last spread on the old fender there. Get some paint on that and make the door black, and we'll be doing good. And I'll do a little paint video tomorrow of this one black. So hopefully it'll come out pretty clean. I won't have to buff it to death. That's what I'm hoping anyway. But I thought I'd just give you a little shot of that. What's going on? That's what's been happening. Been watching some videos, just taking it easy. And me and Hans are tackling this one. He pulled it all apart for me, pulled the bumper off, and stripped the bumper down, pulled the door off, and yeah, we get the door cut in. We'll hang the door back up there and paint it on the car because it was a little awkward coming off. So he's not real good at putting them up without scratching them. So I think it'd be best just to paint this one on the car, even if I got to bag the whole car up. I got to paint the fender anyway. And thinking about doing the rear bumper on the car. I know that's not the way to do it, but it doesn't have a lot of stuff in it, so it should be pretty easy. And you know, I always take the front ones off because you don't want to get stuff all up in the grill and stuff. So I got to finish stripping this. This is all bug damage. See all this pitting in here. And you got to sand that out, and then we're going to put some primer on it. Somebody's already repainted this. This is sealer you can see here, and most of those came out. So I got to finish sanding the cover down and get the door cut in and get this stuff primed. So that's where we're at. Try to put you up a little paint video tomorrow of that one. Honda's outside there, so I got that done. Waiting for the glass guy to come and cheats to get glass in there. And yeah, I put the door panels on. The door panels on and some marker lights. Stuff like that. She sure glows though. Oh, and the sunroof. That's an issue. I got the rubber cleaned up here. But yeah, I sort of ripped this out of there because the sunroof wasn't open. And I wasn't going to taper on the seal. But now I can't get this back in. So that could be an issue. I figure I'll set a day aside for the sunroof and mess with that. Because yeah, that's a real pain in the butt. But that's what's happening. The old Camaro got the starter on there. Got it starting with the button now, but I think I got a anti-theft problem or a bad key on this one. Bad chip right there. I think the chip's bad. It gets the initial fuel pump, fills the rail up, fires up, and runs for a second off the starter button, but no cranky with the key. So, and believe it or not, I'm getting a signal to the solenoid, but somehow it's canceling that out and not letting the car crank. But if you put the starter button under there, it turns over fine. So I got the key guy coming for that, let him reprogram that, and that should be done. And hopefully tomorrow I'll get some shots of this one with the moldings and stuff. I got them all out there. I got to paint all that stuff, put the door panels on, and the glass. I got some of the doors built, didn't get the handles and stuff in. I did put a stripe on it. I don't know if you can see that. Ooh, all blurry. I'll have to show it to you in the daytime. It's a little dark out. It's a little dark. That's what's going on. Haven't really been doing a whole lot. Haven't been out here a whole lot. Noel wanted to go to the races and just couldn't pull it off this weekend. So we were going to take my car and he was going to drive it. But he has to have the two-step and all that stuff, and I don't run that delay box and two-step. I just leave off the clutch pedal. And I don't want to hook all that stuff back up because usually it breaks more stuff than it's good for. So, but anyway, that's what's going on here. And yeah, got some parts for my head project over here, and I'm waiting on some other stuff to come in for the 1600 we're gonna build. I got the single high row springs, the gasket kit there, and we got this stud kit. Oh, somebody asked me a question. Let me go ahead and throw a head up here real quick and I'll show you what I was bitching about on the Chinese heads. And everybody wants to overlook this these things, this stuff. This is important stuff. This is why these German guys did this. That's why the Brazilian guys continued to do it. And you see these heads here. This is a Volkswagen head. This is the only kind I'll use. I'm not down with the Chinese crap. But the first measurement you need to take, just get you an old pair of these dial calipers, and ram the old dial caliper right down here and run that baby down in that deck and measure the deck of the head. That's the surface that the bolt sits on in the washer. Measure how thick the deck of the head is. On the Chinese head, it's half as thick as the Volkswagen head. Number two issue is the rockers are in the wrong place. The push rod tubes are in the wrong place. Number three is these bolt locations have no boss around them, and they're not connected into the side of the head. They're just like vague lines, but there's no material here. Now the big problem, combination of the thin deck, is back here on this side of the head. It's not the cooling fins that are the issue. When you turn those heads over, there's nothing here. Nothing. None of these supports are here. They took all that out. And that's there right by the bolt hole. You see that hole down in there? That's where the stud goes through. That's why they put these supports in here, so when you torque the head, it doesn't collapse. So if you take these out, you damn sure don't want to make the deck of the head thinner and take these out. So that's what they did. That's this surface here down in here is very thin, and then it doesn't have any of these supports. Now the other problem is the seats are powdered metal seats instead of hardened seats, and they break and fall out. And the other problem is the guides come out of the head because of the aluminum alloy the head's made out of. So I wouldn't get some Chinese heads. I'd stay away from them. I returned the last set that I had. I paid $800 for them, and those heads fail all the time in the stock world. And there's guys out there that are welding them up and making race heads out of them, and man, you're $1,500 out of money when they go bad. Not to mention whatever that valve seat falls into and takes the motor out and all that good stuff. The other big problem with the Chinese head is it doesn't aggravate the performance application quite as bad as the stock application, but the port is bigger in the wrong spot. They make it bigger in the back instead of at the roof of the port where the power is. Anytime you want to port a Volkswagen head and make power, you can, reference some of Gene Berg's old literature, and he was pretty good with the cylinder heads. Fumio, any of those heads that you'll see, the CB Performance oval ports, they're all ported towards the spark plug hole. You can pick a straight line right here, and that's all your power. There's no power down here. You don't need to take the valve guide or the valve spring boss out. When guys go in and cut that out, this boss right here, because they think they're going to pick some magic flow up, this boss right here, when you cut that out, the valve spring comes into the port. And that's the problem with the Mexican heads. The Mexican outlaw big valve heads, they went in and machined that boss out and made the port bigger back here. And there's no power back here. It's just dead air. All the power is on top of the guide right there. So that's where you want to port. Here's a set of heads that I'm doing right here, and I don't know if you can. I don't think you can really see, but you can see where they're opened up there, right by the guide. You want to right in there is where you want to get your power from. There's a stock one. Here's a stock one, and you can't see anything, but you can see how shrouded it is and tight in there compared to this. Yeah, this is opened up quite a bit. This is from my Super 1600. This is where I poured them at, and try to leave the actual opening pretty much stock. That way if you're running stock end castings or if you're running the K-Drons, they fit right on there. And again, all the power's right up here, you know, the top of the port. Just throwing stuff everywhere. It's just a practice pulley. Just a bench clogger. Still haven't done my training yet. I saw where Easy Jeezy got his training done. That's cool. Cool to see that work out for you. I need to get this going. I need to get that buggy pulled around and work on that for Andrea. Get her on the road. And get some more parts out of the cabinet and put them into a car. So that's what's happening. Not a whole lot. I just got this little job here I'm gonna take care of and knock out. And we'll turn this on tomorrow and make you a little video. This car's got a couple little dents in it you didn't want to fix. Here and a little beat up. A little beat up, but it's still a pretty nice ride. Rear wheel drive, I guess. Hans likes it. Pretty sweet looking car inside. All leathered out. I'm sure you can't see anything. Wood grained. I trade my Nissan in on one. Alright guys, let me go ahead and wrap this up. Shut this down. And subscribe, like, hate, whatever you want to do. Do something. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. You know, I need to catch up to Jay Canal. I can't find out where he's buying his subscribers from, and I really need a few. So you guys help a guy out. Push that subscribe button.